Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about the feature selection for regression problem using ANOVA or APTEST. So before starting the conceptual explanation, I am assuming that you have the knowledge about the ANOVA test, or we can say as a APTEST, and second one is your p-value. If you are not familiar with this topic, please check out my video. I will mention the link in the description. So let's start. How do we perform the feature selection in the regression problem? Regression problem means that if you have a features in your data set, okay, there are some features in your data set. This is your target, and this is your feature 1, feature 2, feature 3 and feature 4. So if you want to perform the feature selection, so for that, if these features are numerical, okay, and this target is your numerical or categorical, any, in that case you can use the ANOVA test or APTEST. So first I am going to check the regression problem. In the regression problem, our input variable could be anything. It means this is your features and your target should be your numeric. So feature could be anything, it could be categorical or numerical, but your target should be numeric. So if you have this type of the feature, you can use the ANOVA or APTEST. So first I am going to check the regression problem. After that we will perform the classification problem. In the classification, feature could be anything, but your target should be, for the classification, your target should be categorical. So first point is that it is a univariate test. And how do we perform the testing? Here we take one feature, first feature, then we take the target and we perform the ANOVA test. It will provide you one score, F score. So by using this particular F score, we can say the F score 1 for the feature 1. Then we again take the feature 2 and target, then it provide you the F score 2, then F3 and your target, it is your FS3. So this way we will get the score FS1, FS2, FS3 and FS4. So let's we get 2, 3, this is your 20, this is your 30. We get these F score for these 4 features. So what we used to do, we select the top 2 or top 3 features according to our business understanding. So we select these 3 features according to the F score, and by using these 3 features we perform the model training. This way we perform the feature selection with the help of ANOVA or APTEST. It means it is a univariate. It means we analyze each features one by one with the target. And it is well suited for the continuous variable, right? As I told you, it is well suited for the continuous variable where we have the binary target. It means categorical. It is well suited for the categorical, but we can also use with numerical variable. It means continuous, but it well perform with the categorical features. If your target is your categorical, then it will perform better as compared to if your target is your numerical. So first I am going to understand the regression problem. So first I am going to import the required libraries, then our data set. This is the cancer data set I am going to use, and here I am going to display the data set. If you see here, so there are 34 columns we have in our data set, and this is your target variable. death. So what I am going to do, I am going to move this target death rate at end and removing the unrequired columns. So first I am getting only this particular column in our data frame. Now I am going to remove the unrequired columns. Now I am concatenating this particular df cancer. It means this particular data frame and this data frame where we have only one variable. This way I got the required data frame where we have all the required variables. It means input features and your output features at the end. Now I am going to check the null values. Here we have some null values, so I am going to replace the null value with the mean of each columns. You can see all the values have been replaced. Now I am going to divide the data in input features and output feature. This is your input feature, also called as a features, and this is your target variables or label. In our input data, it means input features we have 31 and output is your only 1. Now I am going to use the f regression class in the feature selection module. So if you see here, there are two classes I am importing. First one is your regression and second one is your select k-best. So let's understand how these both work. So first we will understand f regression. So if you see here, f regression, it is a univariate linear regression test that we have already discussed. So it works in two steps. First step, it creates the correlation. First it creates the correlation, or we can say measure the correlation for the regression mean input variables with the target. It means first input variable like feature 1, then target. It will create the correlation C1 we can say. Then once it will create the C1, after that it converted this C1 to your F score. Then after that p value. So it performed this particular method in two steps. First it will create the correlation of each features with target, and after that it calculate the F score. So what is the formula of correlation? We can say that x minus x bar, y minus y bar. This is your input feature, this is your output, it means your target, divided by standard deviation of your x, standard deviation of your y. So this is the formula of your correlation. After that it convert this correlation into the F score and then p value. So this way we perform the f regression. We have 4 features, so we got the 4 score: fs1, fs2, fs3, fs4. So now we will use the select k-best. Select k-best, what it will do, here we assign the k value. It means k is equal to 1 or 2, any value we can assign. On that basis it will select the top k features. If we provide the k is equal to 2, so it will select the top k feature. Let the value of 3, we can say 5, 8 and 1. So it will select these two values, top two values, by in the select k-best. Now I am going to apply the select k-best. If you see here, in select k-best we have a score function, right? We have a score function here. As I told you, we use select k-best. So how we select the k? By using the score function. So in the score function we can use the different type of the score function. Here I am going to use the f regression, but if you will use like your for the classification, so we can use the f classic. It means f classification score function, that we will discuss later. So now I am going to apply this particular f regression score function, and k is equal to 30. It means top 30 features it will display, and after that I am going to fit this particular object on our x and y value. Now I am going to use the p value and f score. This is also called as your f score, you can see. I am getting the p value and f score. This is your p value corresponding to each feature. This is your score corresponding to each features. Now I have to select the top 30 features. This will show you the top 30 features. Currently these are the arrays you can see. So these are the value corresponding to each features, right? If you see here what I did, I created the 3 columns: p value, f score and input feature. Input feature is your columns, x column, and f score, this is your f score and this is your p value. So I use the data frame and then I use the enlarges. This will show the f score in the descending order corresponding to f score, if you see. So here I selected k equal to 30, but you can select according to your understanding. Now I am going to use the feature selection for the classification problem. As I told you, if our target variable is your categorical and input variable could be anything, that is called as your classification problem. So that we can also solve by using the ANOVA or app test for the feature selection. So if you see this particular Stack Exchange link here, better explanation you can get. Let me open this particular. If you see here, okay, if you see this particular diagram here, this is your x, this is your x and this is your y. We have 2 variables x and y, and these are the classes. Okay, it means these are your target variable. So now if you see here, x feature is a better separator, right? If you see x feature, this means this feature is a better separator than y. If you see here, right, it means we can say that we need to find the f score, which feature discriminate the classes in a better way. That feature will have the higher f score. If you see here, f is discriminating the classes in a better way. So x feature has a higher f score as compared to the y. So let's understand how this could be possible. So let's understand how the x feature is better as compared to the y. So if you see here, if we will calculate the mean, if I will calculate the mean, let's mean of this is this and mean of this, okay. If we calculate the mean of the distribution of this particular class with respect to x and mean of this particular class distribution with respect to x, and then we calculate the distance of the mean of this particular distribution A and distribution mean of B. If we calculate this distance with respect to x is greater when we calculate the mean. If you see, when we calculate the mean, right, mean with respect to y, if we calculate the mean of this class and this class, we calculate the mean of this class with respect to y, then mean of this distribution with respect to y, then we calculate the distance. In that case, x distance is greater than the y distance. It means mean distance, we can say the mean. This is the first scenario. Second, if you see here, we can say that the variance inside this particular distribution with respect to x or this particular class with respect to s is less. It means variance with respect to x is less as compared to variance with respect to y. If we will calculate the variance of this distribution and this distribution is less corresponding to x as compared to the y, like see this and this. So now we will check the what is the formula we have. If you see the formula, right, what is the formula? Formula is that this is the video which I created for the app test or ANOVA. You can check out this video to get the more understanding about the ANOVA or app test. If you see here, f test is your mean between divided by the mean within. It means these are the data set we have. Okay, as you can see here, these are the one class and this is your the second class we have. Okay, so if we will calculate the mean between, it means this calculation, this distance, then mean within, it means inside the, right? So if you see here, in our case, x mean distance is greater than by mean distance, right? And your variance, we can see the variance means within, this is your also called as your variance, or we can also call as a within, is less than as compared to the by within. So if you see this particular formula f test, so we can say the f test of the x mean between this x between corresponding to mean variance, this particular variance of the x. You see this is, and if we will calculate the f test corresponding to y value, so if you see y between corresponding to y within, so if you see here this value x between, right, this is also called as a mean, so this value is greater than your y, it means this is your greater than as compared to this. So you will get f test score for x feature is more as compared to the f score of the y feature. So by in this particular formula, right? Same thing. If you will follow the remaining block here, this particular guy done awesome job. So you can follow this particular link to get a more understanding. But the basic intuition I have already explained to you, what it is suggesting and how we can calculate the f score. Now let's come to our problem. If you see here, I am going to use the Python scikit-learn library. I am going to import the required data set. I am going to import the required libraries, then importing the data set. Then I am going to display the loan. It means our data set. Here you can see. Then this is your info. Here we have some object. It means categorical column. So we have to convert into a numerical. These mostly are the binary data set we have. If you see here, these are the male, female, yes, no, graduate, not graduate, and yes, no. These are the binary data set. So we can use the label encoder here. So now I am going to remove this particular loan ID. This is the distinct value. This has the distinct value. That's why I am gonna remove this. If you see here, our indexing is starting from 1. So I am going to reset this. Now you can see, now index is starting from the 0. Here for the label encoder, like converting the categorical to numerical, you can use any technique. Here I am using the for loop. Here I am using the class and object. So I am going to use this. Now I am going to use the categorical column. It means by using the object method. So I am going to using the select dtype method and mentioning the include is equal to object. So it will show you all those columns which are data type is equal to object. Now this is the function I am using. Here I am going to use the categorical column, then fit transform. It means our complete data. Now our data set has been transformed into the numerical. Now I am going to use the X column. It means loan status. I am removing the loan status. You can see I have removed the loan status. It means this is your input variables. It means all the features. This is your output features. It means target or labels. Now I am going to use the F class. This is the class for the F test for the classification problem. Same thing, I am going to use select k-best and score function is your F class if, and I am going to select only k is equal to 5 features. Same thing, nothing new. This is not required, just for like if you want to display top 5 column as per mentioned k is equal to 5, or all the remaining column except k is equal to 5. It will show corresponding to true and false. Now if you want to calculate the true sum, what are the value of the true? You can get 5. It means 5 columns you are getting here. Now I am going to display here. If you can see here, these are the p value I am getting and these are the f value I am getting. If we'll use the math ceil function, what you can get? You can get this particular value. If you see here 1.99, it is ceil this particular value to 2. Now 6.10, it will be your 7. Same way you can use this particular math ceil function. So here same thing as we have done earlier for the regression. I am creating 3 different features, and in the first feature I am going to mention all our input variable. This is your score, this is your p value. I am going to select the top 5 features according to your score. It means this is your f score. So this way, this is very simple. This way you can perform the feature selection on the categorical and numerical column for the target variables. So this way you can perform the feature selection for classification as well as regression problem by using the ANOVA or app test. That's it from my side for today. I hope you will like this video. If you will like, please share with your colleagues and friends, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you.